and get ready to be amazed and wowed by the badassery that is Troy. He is a fellow dueling piano player, and also just a badass musician, plays harmonica, and you play the accordion too. You do a bunch of different stuff. So Troy, my question for you actually is, what's your dueling piano origin story? Like, how did you find it?
My dueling piano origin story goes way back. I had been playing on Rush Street, State Street in Chicago, at a swanky place that had twin pianos. This is before the concept of dueling pianos, which, as you well know, and maybe some of your audience knows, is based on crowd participation, sing along. Well, I just got this was a place called Yvette, which was a fine French restaurant that had two grand pianos.
Oh, like actual pianos?
Actual pianos.
Wow.
And they played, sort of, polite music, I guess you would call it. The first hour was instrumental, and then the second hour of it was vocals and stuff like that. But it was adult contemporary, was about as rowdy as it got.
Okay.
Then I got recruited to go play in Oslo, Norway, and my colleagues in Chicago, they were, I was young, so the older players were like, "Oh, you're gonna love it. They're gonna love you. They love jazz. They love classical. You'll just be a smooth fit." Well, I got over there, and that was not the case at all. It was like playing at a frat party.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So, it was great balls of fire and all that. Well, when I came home, those same fellas, my colleagues at that time, said, "Hey, there's a thing called dueling pianos that just happened at the Baja Beach Club. You got to go check that out. It's got your name written all over it." So I went down there with a buddy of mine, and I saw the show, and I was like, "Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, I want to do that." And went in, sat up and sat in and played with the guys, and that's where it all began.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's how I found it too. I went to there was a solo piano bar guy at Purdue where I went to school, and he did like the dueling stuff, where it's like the getting everybody involved and riled up and singing along and drinking and stuff. And then I went to Howl at the Moon when I was 21, and I just loved it. It was like, oh, this is a job that you can do? Yeah, that's what I'd like to do.
My counselor didn't tell me that.
Yeah, so that wasn't on career day at school. Huh. Yeah, it was super fun. It's I always say, like, you get paid to have fun with people. It's such a blast. So what has been one of your, you don't have to say your top favorite, but like what has been one of your favorite places to play?
Almost hands down, the experience that came out of nowhere. It wasn't planned. It just kind of fell into my lap. But Howl at the Moon had a property in Singapore. And I spent 4 months in Singapore. And that's where I met John Lee.
Oh, yeah.
And I was there with Scott Ellis and a handful of other guys. And so there was a team of 5 of us. Okay. And we worked as a team, and it was on a stage with all the instruments and rehearsals and everything, and the crowds were phenomenal, and it was one of the highlights of my career.